Okay, UFC Fight Night Bonfim vs Brown is this week. Another ass card, NPC card part two. But the last card, even though it was, bad on paper, it performed decently. I'm hoping this can perform decently at least. But still, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not fucking pretending to be excited over these shit fights. But there's some good ones, but and I was not gonna lie, I was hoping for literally any news. I was hoping just any news so I can avoid talking about this today. But that's alright. First fight we got Valentin versus Jackson McVee. He's over here looking like Jesus. I mean, that's some beautiful hair. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's got good hair. Yeah, I want to know what lotion he uses. But anyways, I think Valentin wins this fight. He is good. He did shit the bed in his last fight, but he was fighting Gutierrez, which is like fucking. I mean, you're fighting middleweight Francis Ngannou. That's gonna be intimidating. He was really circling against the cage. Like he looked terrified. Don't know what happened. He looked like he was injured. To be honest, he fought scared. I hope he doesn't fight like that. He usually doesn't fight like that. So I don't know. Maybe Gutierrez just has that much aura. But still, I do think Valentin can win. He is super dangerous. And McVee, dude, you're being fed to the Valentin. Next, we got Miles Johns versus Daniel Marcos. Miles Johns, I mean, he's basically just he's a small guy. He fucking spams hooks. Don't know how he wins some fights. Like he is athletic, I guess, but still, like I don't know. He's not nothing special. He's nothing special. I do think Daniel Marcos beats him. Marcos is good. He's got that dyed hair. Look like I don't know. He's got red hair. Cool. Anyways, Tayshia Pennington versus Denise Gomez. Denise Gomez over here looking like a boy. So that means I'm probably gonna pick her. But smash or pass, I would rather smash Tayshia Pennington over Denise Gomez. I do think Gomez gets the win, but that is just my opinion on those two things. Next, we got Josh Hokett. And I was looking at this guy, and I was like, this guy seems familiar. And it's because he fought in the Dana White Contender Series not too long ago, and he looked good. He talked trash too. I'm really hoping he wins. I don't even know what Max Jimenez looks like. I hope he's just a fat retard heavyweight. Because I really want Josh Hokett to win, and Hokett is good. He's good. He finished his last fight on the Dana White Contender Series with elbows. He has good grappling. Again, he talks shit, so he's fun. He's fun. He's not some fucking blob who looks like he's gonna get a heart attack. He's in decent shape for a heavyweight too. So I am hoping Hoket can get the win. Next, we got Maria Bueno Silva versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Listen, smash or pass? I'm going with Cavalcanti. I think Cavalcanti is kind of cute. So I think she's hotter, and I do think she wins too. She's 2 for 2. Poor Silva. Poor Silva. But it is what it is. Sometimes you lose some. It's all right. Next, we got Adrian Yanez versus Kristen Quinones. Fuck it, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going with Giannis. I'm going with Giannis. I like Giannis. Next, Jamal Emmers. I'm going with Emmers over Hyder Mill. Okay, finish with the prelims finally. We got Leroy Duncan. Leroy Duncan versus Marco Tulio. Marco Tulio is really good. I do think he fucking beats Christian Leroy Duncan's ass. Tulio's good. I like Tulio. So yeah, I think he fucking whoops him. Next, we got Simone versus Raoni Barcelos, the GOAT himself. He should have been the main event here if I'm being real. They should have gave Barcelos fucking Cejudo. I mean, Payne Talbot gets Cejudo. Give it to Barcelos. He whooped Payne Talbot. So, but anyways, I do think Barcelos wins this. I mean, he is nearly 40 years old. He's an old fart. But he's somehow whooping these young guys up. So I don't know. Maybe he entered like a fifth prime or something. He is 50, so I don't know. I do think he wins though. Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone is kind of falling off a little bit. He's getting older, which is kind of weird to say considering Barcelos is 5 years older than him. But still, Barcelos is just built different. I don't know. Maybe he finally got on fucking steroids or something. Next, Chris Padilla versus Ismail Bonfim. I got Chris Padilla. Listen, Chris Padilla, I've always thought this about him. He looks like a freak. I don't know what, like his face. Something is off-putting about him, and I do think he wins this fight. He's a good striker, Ismail Bonfim, not that good. He's got the Bonfim last name. He isn't. Let's just say he isn't the favorite child. If you know what I mean. He's kind of shit, but no, I do think Chris Padilla beats him. Chris Padilla is pretty decent. Next we got Muslim Salikov versus Rose Medic. I don't think Euros Medic is all that good. Like Euros Medic hasn't been anyone good at all. I do think Muslim Salikov fucking walks through him. I got Salikov in this. Next, Matt Schnell versus Joseph Morales. I don't know. Joseph Morales. I think Max Snow loses. I mean, I just pick against Max Snow every fight, and I'm right most of the time. So I'm gonna keep going with it. If it's working, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I don't care who Matt Snell's fighting. I'm not picking you. I'm going with Joseph Morales. Fuck whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm going with Morales. Um, Yeah, and next for the main event, what I actually want to talk about, but screw these other fights besides some, like I like Valentine. There's some other good fights here, but still, most of them are Barcelos, good fight. Most of them I don't really care to talk about. But Bonfim versus Randy Brown, listen, I'm rooting for Randy Brown. Gabriel Bonfim, I don't forgive lightly. Like it took Batista, bringing a fight to Umar for me to forgive him for what he did to Aldo. So I will not be forgiving Bonfim for what he did against Wonderboy unless he puts up a good performance. But still, even saying that, I want Randy Brown to win. I'm going with Bonfim. I do think he whoops Randy Brown. Randy Brown is good. He's a really good striker. But still, I do think Bonfim wins, even though, again, we see this so many times where fighters will have shitter performances but win by holding them against the cage. Like we see it with Marab, beats Aldo by holding him against the cage. Batista beats Aldo, holds him against the cage. Bonfim beats Wonderboy because he's humping him against the cage. Like, what is this shit? And then we always say in their next fight, like, dude, they barely beat someone decent, and they could only win by holding them against the cage. But that is, as sad as it is to say, that is a part of fighting. So if someone can win by holding them against the cage, we can't use that as a negative against them in their next fight because it never works out. We keep saying, dude, he's going to lose this next fight. He only won his last fight because the other guy couldn't get off the cage. It takes a level of skill to clinch someone against the cage, even though it's fucking, sucks to watch. It feels like I'm being tortured over here. Like, stop humping my guy against the cage, dude. Like, let him go. He has a wife and kids, probably, and you're over here humping him against the cage. Like, let him go, dude. But still saying that, it does take a level of skill. And we see that because after Marab holds Aldo against the cage, he goes on a fucking run. No one predicted that. Batista, after holding Aldo against the cage, beat Patchy Mix. Yes, lost to Umar. Umar's really good, and he did drop Umar too. So it's like holding someone, having the skill to hold a good fighter like Wonderboy against the cage. That makes me want to pick him because Randy Brown, first, there is also just a level of how much do you want to win? Like there are some fighters who they want to win, but they don't want to be boring. Bonfim does not care about being boring. He will fight and win, even if it makes you fall asleep. He will do that. I don't think Randy Brown is going to be trying to hold Bonfim against the cage. Bonfim, he's more than willing to hold Randy Brown against the cage. Sometimes we say this about fighters, like where are they willing to go for the fight? Like he's willing to die in front of his family. Bonfim is willing to make you fall asleep in front of your family. Like he's willing to be boring, and I like it, but I keep getting proven wrong with these boring guys. But it's like sometimes you just gotta pick them, and I do think he's a good striker. Like he did kind of go tit for tat with Wonderboy. Wonderboy, yes, he is old, he's still talented on the feet. Like he was striking with Kevin Holland. He was out striking Buckley. Wonderboy is a good striker on the feet, and yes, I do think he was beating Bonfim barely on the feet, but they were going tit for tat, and that is impressive to do that with Wonderboy. And again, Wonderboy does have a bit of a grappling weakness. He still is a good grappler, and Bonfim was able to hold him against the cage like it was nothing. I can't believe I'm actually so mad. I'm breaking down a fight and I'm talking about, man, Bonfim, his ability to just fucking stall against the cage. It's noteworthy. I hate that I'm bringing that up, but it is a point. You have to bring it up, dude. Listen, he's a good striker. He's going to be striking with Randy Brown. They're going to go even, and if they're going even, Bonfim is going to fucking hold him against the cage, dude. Like, what can I say? What can I say? But Bonfim, this man's a marauder, dude. He will hold Randy Brown against the cage. And also, Randy Brown, nothing against Randy Brown, but I don't know, he just kind of looks fucking weird to me. He looks freaky. I don't want to get, I don't want to get canceled, but it looks kind of weird. But anyways, Randy Brown is good. He has put up a decent, and also against Brian Battle. Let's not forget, a big portion of that fight, he was getting held against the cage. This is literally his fucking kryptonite. He lost the Brian Battle, even though I don't even think he lost that fight. Still, the he did lose, but I don't think he lost. And the only reason the judges gave it to Brian Battle was because he was getting held against the cage. What did Bonfim do in his last fight? Fucking held Wonderboy against the cage in a fight he shouldn't even have won. But they gave it to him because, man, he looked mean while holding him against the cage. So I just don't think this is a good matchup for Randy Brown. Randy Brown is good. He's coming off a nasty KO. But I'm sorry, dude, you're going against Gabriel Bonfim, and I think Bonfim wins. See, I got Bonfim winning. Probably, Bonfim did have a stinker in his last fight, but he can submit. He can submit Randy Brown. I got Bonfim by third round submission. Screw it. Even though I have a feeling it's gonna be a decision. But yeah, both of them are good. This is gonna be a good main event. Can't wait till this fucking passes so we can finally get to 322. That is gonna make me bust so hard. 322 is awesome. And then after 322, we got Surukin versus Hooker. Great fight night. Where is that this week? You could have gave us Ian Gary versus Bilal as a main event. Literally. But we're stuck with Randy Brown over here. Fucking Randy Brown, dude. It's alright though. Those are my predictions. Still like and subscribe. I need the likes. I need the subscribers. Give it to me. But yeah, bye.